Anybody around? Oh, I think I need my microphone. Guys, this is the microphone I use. It's very nice. It has this ability to block out noise. This live is more like an emergency one because it was not really planned. So, but I have to do something about it. I had to like quickly because I have the opportunity. So I know a lot of you that are subscribed to my channel. You all came because of remote jobs and all of that, data entry and typing job. But um, whereas that is a good way to start making money online and on the side, if you're looking for something that will give you money. But I'm here to tell you the truth about the situation of things right now. Things have really changed. Like remote jobs, data entry, everything has changed. The jobs that I always talk about, most of them are saturated at most of the websites that is their kind of thing. They're no longer accepting people to come on board. And it's a problem because there are AI tools around that can help with any of those like data entry. For data entry, there is Zapier AI that is now available that people are using to do their jobs and automate. It makes things faster and it saves them lots of resources. And for transcription, there is Alter.ai, I think, that people are now using to do transcription. And to be honest, if you ever find any of these jobs, it's they are going to underpay you. What it means is that they will give you some jobs and they will pay you low. So what is the alternative right now? So I'm going live right now to explain to most of you, especially those that are subscribed to my channel, the best way to go. Like data entry, typing jobs, transcription jobs, they are all very easy to do and they will not give you so much stress. And most times you just need your laptop to get started and you don't need much skill as long as you're good with typing. So, but because of AI, you are going to stand the risk if you want to build your career on these jobs. That is the truth. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you exactly as it is. So, what is the way forward? That is what we're going to be talking about in this video. I mean, on this live section. So, from everything I've learned so far and the research I've made, the way forward for you, if you're looking to make money from home comfortably, is either you build a skill by learning something that you can do, or you start selling products online. And to be honest, if you must sell products, it does not really happen like that. Like there are processes. So I made a video about selling digital products, and someone wanted me to explain in detail about how selling YouTube products and everything works. So these are part of the things we're going to be discussing because I want to make this live to be up to like, let's say, in the next 45 minutes, I should be able to explain in detail so that whoever that wants to take that route will know exactly where and how to get started. So let's talk about digital products. Now, there are lots of digital products you can sell. And the best part is you don't have to be an expert in anything you want to write about before you be able to write it or even make money because again, there is AI that can help you, put one or two things together, package it well, and then you sell it to people. Now, before you start making money by selling digital products, there are certain things you need to know. Okay, so for those of you that are on here, please say hi so I can see the people that are available. I can see that some people are watching, but please say hi, and I am saying hi to you back. So, talking about digital products, there are certain things you can sell. There's ebook, there is templates, there are mini courses, there is journals, there is a lot of digital products that you can sell. And the best part, you don't need to be an expert in any field you have chosen. You can decide to be making children's book and you can be selling, or you can decide to, write anything that comes to mind. Or even if you don't want to write, you can also sell plain book, like plain sheet of paper, package it as a note and sell. I think they are called low content books. Like, you don't need to stress much. The only stress you're going to have is designing the cover and making it attractive for people to buy. But every other thing you're going to be doing is very simple, because you don't need to bother yourself about what will be inside the book. It's just the cover that you worry about. So those are some of the things you can sell. And before you start selling, there are some things you have to know. You see, if you come to YouTube or any social media platforms, you will see, especially TikTok. To be honest, guys, TikTok, like sometimes when I see things on TikTok, I don't know, because I know lots of them are lying. They will show you um fake, what is it, screenshot of a payment they got from anywhere, and then they want to motivate you. Some of them are even going to be selling courses to you, for you to patronize what they are doing. But the truth is, it does not really work like that. If you're going to be selling ebooks or any of those digital products, there are steps you have to take. So number one step you have to take is to determine what you want to write, or the ebook you want to create. And there are factors that will determine the type of ebook you want to create. And one of the factors, and which is one of, in fact, which is very much important, is the target audience you intend to buy these products once you have finished producing them. And most times people don't really bear these things in mind. Like, they create something that they themselves are interested in, and forgetting that they're not the ones that are going to be using these products. There are people out there who you should have in mind to buy your products, not you yourself as an individual. So if you determine the type of persons you want to buy your products, then you will know the type of products you want to create. Take, for instance, if you're someone who has access to children or parents, and you want to, create a digital product, the best thing you can do is to create digital products for children. It could be children's storybook. Now, the reason why you're going to be doing this is because you have access to children, and you can easily advertise or market the ebook to their parents to buy from them. I mean, to buy from you once you have finished producing it. Or you're someone who is into, social media management. You like, managing social media accounts, and you have gained some experiences. You can, create an ebook or planner, like social media scheduling planner, for people to buy from you, because they know it's something you're into, and they know you have the knowledge and you have everything it takes to, give them the solution to their problem. So that's how these things work. So before you start selling, make sure you have the people in mind and you know their problem that your digital products will be solving for them. If you have stay at home moms at heart, then it means you can be creating printables or planners for stay at home moms to manage their activities, to be more productive, and to manage their time. So this is how these things work. And once you have done this, then you can go into creating your digital products. Now, if you don't need to have any knowledge, you can just use ChatGPT. Give it a prompt about what you want to talk about, or what your product is about. It will give you description, including telling you how the cover page and everything will be, depending on the prompt you give ChatGPT. Now, once you have all this, you just head over to Canva. Canva is very easy. In fact, I've made a video on Canva. You can check, my videos. You're going to see how to create digital products using Canva. The best part is Canva is self-explanatory, like, and they have templates that you can actually use. Like, you don't need to start creating from scratch. So you can use Canva, make your design, and put them and package them together. Now let's talk about the ways to make money. Now, once you have finished with your products, then you can sell them. There are a couple of places where you can sell digital products. Now, for people in Africa, I would recommend seller.co. That is selar.co. Now, why I'm recommending this is because they have free plan that you can upload your digital product and you sell, and then they take their commission once you have made any sale. So you don't need to worry about having to pay for the platform before you build your store. Now there is also Stan Store. There is Payhip. Payhip is also free. Anybody from anywhere can use Payhip. And there is Gumroad that you can also use. And of course, there is Etsy, but Etsy is quite saturated. For a beginner, you may have to like struggle to gain visibility. But the good thing about Etsy is the fact that they have millions of visitors every month on Etsy. So you will not really, you can get visibility, but you have to work really hard. And in some cases, you have to spend money, on ads for your store to be seen as a beginner. So these are some of the places you can sell your digital product. And of course, there is Amazon. Amazon is a place where you sell things like ebooks or book of any sort. You can sell it on Amazon. Then you can start earning money comfortably. The best part about all this is even while you're sleeping, you can be earning money because once you go wake up in the morning and you go to your store, you refresh it, you might be surprised to see that somebody has made some sales from your store. So that is another thing you have to know. And you can start just choose anyone that will suit you the most. Now, the reason why I told you earlier that you have to have a target audience you should bear in mind is because if you create a digital product without having somebody that you know that can actually buy from you, you've just succeeded in wasting your time. And that is not good for you. So the best thing is make sure you have people already. And that is the problem with all these people that are always saying they've made thousands of sales. They will not tell you the truth. Most of them have pool of audience, like they have followers, subscribers in thousands of them. That once they just tell them about the digital products because they know the type of audience they have created things that their audience really need and their audience are willing to buy because they have trusted them over the years. So once they create, they are willing to buy from them. So this is the secret they will not tell you about. So as a total beginner, you need to work really hard, start from scratch and build up. Over time, you see yourself earning $10,000 a month from digital products because honestly, it is possible. So that being said, the second thing you have to focus your energy on is on learning online skills. So I think the last video I made was on AI proof skills that you can learn today, or you can start earning money. So you should look into what you're interested in and check the ones that are relevant today. So skills like typing, like I said, yeah, it's not really that relevant anymore. In fact, there is a tool called Alter.ai. With this tool, you can just, go to the app, open it, and then you start saying whatever that comes to mind. As you're speaking to it, it is typing it out. So you see that you might not really need a typist or somebody who is good with typing. It's typing it out. It can put it in any form of document for you once you are done talking, and then you can use it. So that is why typing job is really very much at risk right now. So you have to learn a skill that is very relevant, and some of those skills can be digital marketing, it can be graphic designing, it can be US design like I do, or it can be web development, it can be virtual assistant. Even virtual assistant right now is at risk because there are AI tools, but the good thing about that is somebody needs to manipulate these AI tools. So if you're a virtual assistant, make sure you're channeling your energy towards learning those AI skills that will make your job more productive and you can automate your task. So that is the best thing you can do for yourself right now. While you're learning the skill, learn the AI tools that can help you stay relevant because honestly, AI has come to stay and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So those are the things you have to consider. Now, another thing you have to consider is how to create a brand from any skill you have learned. Now, I'm trying to see how I can incorporate teaching US design because I feel I have a lot to share on that. So if you're interested in learning about UX design, please comment interested so I know how to, make some videos that will channel to that aspect to help people who want to learn US design so that they can, go on with it. The best part is I have a lot of resources, even free ones, that you can use to get started as a US designer. So you have to learn a skill, then you build your brand around that skill that you have learned. That way, you're going to be making money by, you can decide to sell digital products around the skills, or you can be getting clients from people, that watch your videos and know that you're good at what you do. They can always be reaching out to you when they have jobs. So there are lots of potentials. You can make partnerships with people. You can partner with companies as well to influence their products. So there are lots of opportunities if you build your brand online. And the best part about building your brand online is it can sustain you for a very long time, really very long time. Like you're going to be building trust. They're going to know that this person is someone we can hold accountable, and you're going to be getting recommendations if you're very good at what you do. So that is the benefit of building your brand, and you must build your brand with a skill you already have so that you can focus on making money with it. So let's talk about building brand. I watched a video some few days ago, someone on Instagram. She was saying something about building brand, and I quite agree with a lot of things she said. And one of those things is online brand building is, will I say, it's overrated or underrated? I don't know. I think it's in between. But people make it seem like it's very tough. But then it's very tough. Let me explain what I mean by this. If you're going to be building your brand online, you should be focusing on what comes to mind when people remember you or what you should be known for. And that is what your reputation should be built around. What this means is that you can be doing the same thing, like let's say writing. Everybody writes, right? Or you can be designing graphics. There are lots of graphic designers. But what will make you stand out is how you make people feel once they come across your content online, or once they come across the things that you do online. In fact, having someone be able to recognize your work even without your face being on it is a flex. Like that is all you need. And the way you do it is by showing up consistently with your work and putting it on people's faces. So you don't just relax or, hide yourself and expect people to know you exist. No. So if you must build your personal brand online, you must have something that you should be known for. It could be the skill, it could be the way you dress, or it could be the way you present yourself, it could be the way you speak, it could be the type of things you say, it could be anything at all. And that is your unique selling point. And that is what comes to mind anybody if anytime anybody comes across your content or remembers you. So you have to do that, and while you're doing that, it's even more effective when you carry your audience along. Like you show them the processes. That way they know how you started, and they understand you started from the scratch, and they can relate with your process, and they can trust you, and they know that you're their go-to whenever they need anything. So that's basically some of these things about building brand online. And to be honest, it's a lot of work showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. But knowing that you have a goal in mind, you keep up with it and you stay consistent. Sometimes it could even be the font size or font style you use in your videos or anything at all. So you just have to, you know, look inwards to see what will work for you, and then you start showing up. Now, another thing you can use as your brand is I have someone, a tailor, someone that designs clothes, and I I go to her because when she tells me she's going to deliver on a particular day, I am 100% sure she will deliver. Now, it doesn't matter if there are people out there that are way better than she is, but because she's always, consistent with sticking with her date of delivery, that alone is what, and not just me, every other person that knows her. So that is her branding. That is what she's known for. So you see, even without her being the best in the industry, but because I know I can trust that she will always deliver at the time I need it, I will always go to her. So that's basically how these things work. So, okay, someone said, can you create ebooks and faceless and with AI without revealing your name on the ebook? Well, if you want, you can reveal your name. If you don't want, you can leave it. But I think it is good for you to give yourself credit for the work you have done, because it will take you time, energy, and effort. And you must not necessarily show your face. People can know your name, but they might not really know your face. So I think if you're going to be creating ebook, at least put your name. So you're giving yourself credit, because someone else can pick the ebook you have created and repurpose it and still make money. Even in some cases, they can make more money than you. And that is very bad, because in as much as you're using AI, the effort you have put in makes it your intellectual property. And someone else using it is a crime, actually. So that is why if you're going to be creating an ebook, please put your name. Give yourself the credit, because you put in time and effort to be able to use AI to create that ebook. So your face is not necessary. So I think I have answered that one. So if you have questions, please drop them. If I see them, I'll also answer them. So back to what we're talking about. The next thing you might want to consider aside from building personal brand online could be doing some of this stuff, but they will require you to have some money, like trading, buying stock, and stuff like that. But you have to have the experience, you have to have the skill, you have to have the money, because money is required. So I don't really talk much about it here, because it requires money. We're talking about people that are complete beginners, that don't really have much going on and want to navigate to figure out the way they can get things done. So another thing you have to put in mind is your strategy. So whichever one you intend to do, if you want to start selling digital products, you have to have strategy. If you want to start learning a skill, you have to have strategy. In fact, I used to advise people to learn a skill. And while you're learning it, you're documenting your journey on social media platforms. And how these things work is you can choose any social media of your choice. Like the ones that will give you fast visibility right now is Instagram. And when you're doing Instagram, it has to be Instagram Reels, Facebook, and that is Facebook Reels too, and then TikTok. In fact, there's a page I've been managing for some time. It's a faceless page because my face is not on it. And the Reels have been doing like amazingly well, like on Facebook, and it's really shocking. I've been getting millions of views from that Facebook page, and most people don't really know. In fact, nobody knows I'm the owner of the page. So I think the algorithm right now, because of the way things are going on TikTok, they are pushing short form videos on Reels. So you can document your journey while you're learning the skill on Reels, so that people can relate, like people can follow you. And once you're done, they know that they trusted the process that took you from nothing to something that you have become. And they can give it a try by giving you a job to see how you will perform. That is how these things work. So you have to be strategic. Strategy is the key to succeeding in making money online. Most people just show up, or they keep consuming content, consuming a lot of content that they get overwhelmed. It happens to me sometimes, when you want to get something done and you just don't have the idea about how to get started. You see yourself consuming this, consuming that, and then you know, you have a lot and you wouldn't know what to do about it or how to get started. So the best thing you have to do is start with one thing a day and start doing. And enough of the, consuming of content. I think we have all learned enough. It's now time to take action and start doing. And by doing is starting little, no matter how slow, provided you've already started. Take for instance, if you intend to, start creating content, you've watched a lot of tutorials about how to make content, or you have watched a lot of videos about how to edit, you will not get good at it if you don't start creating small and editing small. By doing is the best way to learn. And by the time you're doing, you see that you build confidence. Whatever fears you have will leave you, and you see yourself, doing things that you didn't just believe that you can actually do. So that is how these things work. So I don't know if you have questions, please bring them on so we can take care of them and see how that goes. So another thing I would want to talk about in this live session is people leveraging free resources. You see, there was a time I made a post. I was asking people what if they've been able to achieve their goals for 2025. And a lot of people were saying that the problem was they don't have the resources to get started. And it really shook me, like, in this time and age, there are a lot of free resources out there for whatever thing you want to do. But the problem is we would rather use our resource like our internet to go and watch TikTok videos where people are dancing, or to go and watch movies or YouTube, and instead of doing the right things. There is nothing you want to learn right now that you don't have free resources for it. Now, in as much as some of them might not go in depth, but they're going to give you the basic knowledge you need to get started, depending when you can be able to pay, get money to pay for the the paid version of that will give you the in-depth knowledge about what you're looking for. So, but we tend to like relax and, you know, keep procrastinating. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to just get on, start doing already. There's no time. So if you're someone who is feeling like you've wasted 2025, I think we still have 3 months starting from tomorrow. We still have 3 more months before the year runs out. And you can tell yourself that I can achieve anything within 12 weeks. And it's about planning yourself. It's about putting yourself together. It's about telling yourself, I'm done with all these things I've been doing in the past. It's time to get serious. And you never can tell. One day is enough for a miracle to happen. So that is what you have to bear in mind. So that being said, there are a couple of other things I want to talk about here. So there is this job I found out recently, and that job is tech sales job. And I was looking into it to see what actually this tech sales is, and how to get started. In fact, it's one of the skills that is needed but underrated. Another one is conversion rate optimization. I'm just giving you guys little tips about what you can learn if you really want to. There is conversion rate optimization. Now, this is an aspect of digital marketing that involves helping businesses to convert their websites to money. What this means is that this particular skill can help you make businesses get more sales and profits when people visit their website. Now, a lot of businesses struggle with getting conversions. Like, people will come, they will check the website, they will not buy anything or book a service, they will leave. But most times it could be because of the structure of the website. So this CRO is a very highly in demand skill, but people are not going into it. So let's take another questions. Okay, this person says, how much would one earn from their website after incorporating Google AdSense in case it has like 2,000 visitors a month? Um, I think this is not static. It depends on what your website is about, and how long people stay when they visit. So, and I think another factor is where your visitors are coming from, like the geographical locations can determine how much Google will pay you. Now, why this happens is because when you build a website and people are visiting, and you are qualified to have some ads placed on your website, Once Google place ads on your website, they don't just place random ads. They place ads based on where your visitors are coming from and how much you're going to earn. It's just like YouTube, you know, depends on how long they stay on the website. So if most of your visitors are coming from places like US, Australia, Canada, UK, you know, you can be sure that you're going to earn a lot of money. The reason is because advertisers from some of these places I mentioned, they pay more, like they pay more. But if your visitors are coming from like some Asian countries, some African countries, you know, and you might not really get earn much because advertisers from these regions pay less. I don't know if you understand me. So I can't really say the exact money. It's different because of these factors. It's just like YouTube AdSense. It's also managed by Google. And if you have most of your viewers on YouTube coming from US and UK, Canada, Australia, you're going to make a lot of money. And of course, if these visitors watch your videos from beginning to the end, you're going to make a lot of money. But if they skip along the line, your the money you get will reduce. So that is how these things work. So I can't really tell you the exact money you're going to be making per month. And I think there's a tool for that, for you to monitor how much YouTube will pay you. I think let me check. I have forgotten the name of the tool that will help you to monitor how much that you can earn from visitors on your website. So I have my laptop here. Let me make a little bit of research. Okay, you said minimum is 6 months of high traffic, more than e.g. 1,000 monthly visitors, you can't have ads. Yeah, like I said, it's more like it's similar to YouTube. Like you have um you have to get to a trash threshold before you even start having ads placed on your website. You have to get to a particular threshold. So if you don't have visitors, like you don't just, let's say you created a blog website, you don't expect YouTube to Google, I mean, to put ads on your website immediately. It does not work like that. So you have to have a threshold in terms of visitors for you to start, and of course the timing too. So there is the tools I just found now is Ahrefs. Yeah, I was thinking about that. There's SEMrush and SimilarWeb as well, and Ezoic's earning calculator. You can use these tools. Let me show you my screen a bit. Can you see that? SEMrush, Ahref. Yeah. So those are some of the tools that you can use to calculate and check some of these things before you know how much. And of course they're not going to cheat you. Like everything will be stated for you to see. So why the way for you to make more money, if you're able to get to the threshold of having ads placed on your website, is one, your website has to be in English language. Yes, because or if there is a way you can make your website to be able, of course there is a way, to have translation. Like someone can choose the language they want to view your website on, but the universal one for now is English language, so that it allows people from English speaking countries where you earn more money to visit your website. And another thing you have to do is whatever thing you're going to be doing. Take for instance, if it's a blog website, your news should be coming more from the United States because they will give you more money. Yeah, from the United States. So, and the way for you to get topics that people from the United States will be interested in is to use Google Trends. You use Google Trends, you know what is trending in United States. If you have a blog, and depending on the niche your blog is on, you choose the niche on Google Trend, then you can remix whatever information you find there, as long as it is trending in that moment. You can remix it, and you have people from the United States. So that's why I talked about strategy. Everything is about strategy, you know. And another thing you have to check is if you're going to be writing blogs, if you're going to be doing like entertainment blog and stuff like that, it means if you want more money, you have to be talking about celebrities from the United States, or you want to talk about animals. People in the United States, a lot of people have dogs and cats. A lot people in the United States and Europe, a lot of them have dogs and cats. So you know that if you're blogging about animals, your this thing should be dog and cats. So be strategic. You have to really, really be strategic. If you're going to be talking about making money online, it's universal. In fact, making money online is one topic that is very, very high in demand. But if you go to blogs, take for instance, you open your phone to browse about how to make money online. Most times when you check the content of the articles, people are almost writing the same things, or they are using AI. But there's a way to humanize AI. Like I think I'll have to make a video about how to humanize um, content from AI. But there are some tools like undetectable.ai. I think yeah, there's a way you give ChatGPT prompt and then you use slash and then add humanize to it. Then it will make it sound human and not robotic, you know. So you have to, number one, strategic with whatever thing you want to your website to be about. If it's going to be a blog, you have to choose the niche, and you have to make sure that where most of the money will be coming from is where your topic should be centered on, so that people from those areas will be the ones visiting your website. If you're going to be doing anything at all, I don't know, it could be your personal website. If it's personal website, it is quite different because it's going to be about you and maybe the services you provide. So in that case, you have to make it to be in English language and in clear terms, and of course you have to like in some I know somebody that always does something crazy, like whatever thing he's doing, he uses VPN and then he puts his location to be United States. So that is another thing you can consider too. And put whatever thing you intend your website to be about in order before you publish. And of course, you have to work hard on it and promote it. And of course, if you have to promote it, you can use Pinterest. Pinterest is a free place for you to promote anything. And in fact, what I used to tell people about Pinterest is if you're a woman or you're doing something related to women, you will excel on Pinterest, because Pinterest statistics have shown that it has lots of women there than men on Pinterest. So another way you can promote your website is using content. Can go to TikTok, go to Facebook, Instagram Reels, create content showing people your website and what you do on the website. That's another way for you to promote. Or you can run ads if you have money. You can run Google ads to further promote your website. And if you're going to be running ads, it means that your location where you would want your ads to be shown more will be in places like US, UK, Canada, Australia. And the good thing is all these places they speak English. So it's not going to be a problem. So please, if you have more questions, please put them. Let me answer them one after the other, and let's see how this live section goes. So that's basically how you can do that. So I was talking about some skills that are very much in demand, but nobody's interested in them. And the two skills I mentioned is CRO, that is conversion rate optimization, and tech sales. Now, tech sales is something that requires you to have some skills. For those that don't know, it's more like you selling things in the tech industry. It could be apps, it could be websites, or it could be tools like AI tools. Now, this particular skill is very high in demand right now because almost everybody is building AI tool. In fact, there is this website that can allow you to build app from scratch without writing any single line of code. So with all these AI tools, people can easily wake up and develop an app, and once they do that, they will need these apps to be sold and marketed. What it means is that they will still need human beings to, sell and market. So that is where tech sales come in. So if you want to be good at it, you can just go to Google and search for free tech sales courses that you can take, or you can go to YouTube. There are free, courses, tutorials on tech sales that you can learn online on YouTube to get started. So, yeah, another one, like I mentioned, is CRO, is conversion rate optimization. This is something that a lot of businesses need, and there is no much awareness on it. It's something that can help business convert their websites to money. What it means is that if you have e-commerce store and you have a lot of items, people will visit your store or your website, they will browse through and they will leave without buying any single thing. It's a problem. That it means that your website is not optimized. So they need someone, a specialist or an expert in that field, that can come and help you with, maybe it could be that they copy like all these small it's not necessarily small, like all these write-ups you see on websites that can help you with navigation, you know or the things they write to promote the website or to advertise the product or the service in the website. So it could be it's not clear, it could be the language used is too big or too ambiguous, or it's scattered, or it's all over the place, or it could be the UI of the website is not good. Like people might not really know where to check out when they buy something, or they don't know how to buy, or they don't know how to, save, all those kind of things. And in the end, they will move around in the website and then they will go. That is a problem. So you are going to be the one bringing the solution. And the solution you're going to be bringing is one, finding out what this problem is. Number two, giving them how to fix it, the solution to it. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people have websites. It is dormant, nothing is happening. And they don't know that they really need to have something happening there. It's also your responsibility to bring it to their notice, to tell them, see, this website, we have to do something about it so that it can come back to life. So this is something that you should consider if you're wishing to learn any skill right now. So if you have any other ways that you want to make money online, but you don't know what that is or how to get started, please drop a comment so we can tackle it before we call it a day for today. So I'll be waiting for your messages, for your questions, anything you have. Let's see what we can do. So while we're waiting, let me give a shout out to people that dropped a message. We have Gail Gaga. He said hi. I can't really pronounce your name. It's not in English. IPVOS, you are the one asking a lot of questions. Thank you. And then we have Andrian. Thank you so much, guys, for your messages, for staying around. So, can we get more questions, please? Okay, so I would love to ask, is there any topic that you would want me to concentrate on my channel? And another thing, how do you, this one is more like me getting feedback. Like, what do you think about my channel? Is there something we should improve on so we can know? And if you want me to cover anything about UX design, if you want to learn anything about UX design, please drop in the comment section so I can make preparations for that. Everything I do on my channel is for free. Like I teach whatever I learn for free, so I don't need to, you know, gatekeep anything that I know. So you have to learn too. My goal is to make sure that you know where to get started because I know how it feels like to feel handicapped and not knowing where to get started. So let's see what we can do. Okay, which free Google courses are marketable? I would say there's this let me think let me try to remember. It's actually free. It's on digital marketing. In fact, any course you learn on Google is marketable because Google don't just put out any course like that. Like they know what the industry need and they give it to people for free because they know they have a lot of resources, they have a lot of tools that millions of people around the world are using. So the best thing for them to do is to give out free courses that can help people to come back to them to start using. Take for instance this Google what is it called, marketing course. There's this, yeah, free Google marketing course that you can do online. Let me check for it. This one is not yeah, Google Skill Shop. It's not the Coursera course. Google Skill Shop is a place where you can learn anything like Google My Business and a lot of things. And they have a lot of tools that most people are not even using, to get a lot of things. Like here, you can see you can learn anything from building your digital marketing strategy to creating engaging content to a lot of things. And the best part is they are free of charge. Reaching local customers, they are just, let me show you a bit. This is my screen. So this is the Google Skill Shop, and they have fundamentals of digital marketing. And here are the things you will learn. Get to know your digital customers, create engaging content, get the most from your business, social media, optimize your shop. This is highly needed, and a lot of other things. And the best part is it is all for free. And there's no skill you learn because like I mentioned, Google don't just make a course and put it out there. They are into everything that people are doing. So they know the ones that are very much relevant. So it's now your responsibility to take the course and then make good use of it by the time you're done and you're very good at what you learned. That is the only thing you need. So go to Google Skill Shop. It is free. You start learning and you learn at your own pace. What it means is that you will not be learning and you feel like you're under pressure. So you can go to Google Skill Shop and get started with that. So that is how I hope I answered you very well. Thank you so much for making this live session interactive with your questions. Excuse me, I've been talking too much. So I'm sorry guys. Give me a moment. Okay, I think we have come to the end of the live. A lot of you have gone. For the people that stayed and made this interactive, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one.